the ultimate impact of closing the Department of Education on the average parent with kids in public school is nearly nil. And that's because the department doesn't hire a single teacher. They don't teach a single student. Essentially, what we're doing is closing a bureaucratic office in Washington, D.C. Now, people freak out because they hear closing down the Department of Education. And I think a lot of people imagine that maybe education in the United States runs in a way that's more true in Europe, where the department, the central ministry of education in most European countries deals with curriculum, with directly funding classrooms, all the things that we think of as the meat and potatoes of the education system. That's not true in the United States. 90% of the funding for K-12 education comes from the state and local level. So ultimately what we're talking about is 10% of those monies that are now just going to go back to the states. The money isn't going to disappear in most cases here. The money in those programs is just going to send back to the states, and then the states are going to implement and send them to classrooms. So really what we're talking about is closing a bureaucratic office that does, in my view, a lot of pernicious things. And in my view, you can't even debate the fact that it has not helped the education outcomes or results in the United States. Those results have been flat the entire time before the Department of Education, the entire time the department's been in office and incorporated the way it has. And despite a 2 times increase in the department's funds, all of those results, math, reading, they've been flat the entire time. So don't panic. This is not actually going to affect a huge number of things in your child's classroom.